Pat said grocery and gas is high. The grocery prices, the gas prices, the oil prices, the electricity bills, all of that stuff is high right now. But all I'm going to say is that in Florida elections, don't vote for Byron Donalds or this Fishback dude. Don't vote for him. If you're in Florida, don't vote for Fishback. Don't vote for the Byron Donalds. David Jolly is our guy. It's time for Florida to get a Democrat governor. And then C. Flynn said no matter who is in office, it'll be the same. It won't. You ain't never seen this kind of manipulation by no other president. Never seen it. No, never seen this kind of manipulation. You never seen it. So Pat said grocery and gas is high. The grocery prices, the gas prices, the oil prices, the electricity bills, all of that stuff is high right now. All of it. Everybody in the middle class is getting screwed. And that's what's happening. See, Flynn, the market manipulation is not used by every administration. Don't fall for the lies.
Hello guys, MAGA Republicans in Florida are saying the quiet part out loud. They will vote blue on the ongoing governor seat in Florida. Watch this short coverage till the end so that we can be on the same page. Share a response on the comment section below and I will humbly respond to you. A question I have for you today: if you are a resident in Florida, will you vote for Donald Byron on the Republican ticket or will you choose David Jolly on the Democrat side? Credits to people involved in this video. Black Report, this page relies on true facts from reliable sources. We don't deal with rumors. What? And at the end, I'll have more stock commentary on this episode. Let's watch.
So Byron Donalds is going to be on the ticket in Florida for governor. Mr. Donalds is a previous criminal, so no wonder Trump supports him. However, for all you Floridians who realize that water is very important to the state of Florida, Mr. Donalds is a lover of data centers. When he gives away land, which he calls pristine land, and I'm not going to tell you sources because you have the same iPhone I have. You can go and look it up. Pristine land. And they use all of the water in Lake Okeechobee that serves all of South Florida. Then they come up north and start draining the St. Johns River. I know that you Republicans find it very hard to vote for anyone outside of your party. But unless you want Florida to become a dry state, do not vote for this man. I didn't know that you Republicans like criminals. This is a guy that had drug charges, bank fraud, and he is also has tendency of violence, as the confrontation that happened in the supermarket. So, and this is not allegedly, the video is out there. So I would suggest to you guys that before you blindly go and vote for this man, that you look into his past and what he intends to do to the state of Florida. I live in Florida, and what is happening now under DeSantis is every piece of land, every rural area is being bulldozed down and being given to developers. And very soon, Florida is not going to be what Florida was. So yes, you have a big decision to make in November. Do you want Lake Okeechobee drained? Or do you want St. John's River drained when the big data center guys move in the pristine land that Byron Donalds wants to give them?
I want to offer a different perspective on the current governor race status of Florida. So the person that won the Democratic nomination was a former Republican, a white male, obviously. And I don't know much about dude besides he did not just switch over for this race. He had switched over back in like 2018, which is 2 years into the last Trump administration. I was never a registered Republican, but while in church, Yeah, no, I've never been a conservative. I've always had more of a progressive worldview, even in church. Nonetheless, I was on that team with those people, so to speak, until Trump got elected. And I was like, I can't do this anymore. And since then, if you've known me, I have been extremely vocal about the bullshit that I saw while I was in those spaces. So while I'm not telling y'all to get behind him and celebrate this, we can still be mad that Dana didn't win, just like we were mad that Jasmine didn't win. But if you pay attention, Jasmine pulled that Uno reverse and ran and is running in the new congressional district that they made for her that they thought she wouldn't win in, that she will probably win in anyways. Now, while Dana probably will not be able to pull a stunt like that, at least not for several years, I don't want y'all to get down and feel like all is lost just because this is who we have, because look at who he's up against. Number one. Number two, again, what I'm saying is people that were on the inside will have the best intel and ability to fight the opposition. And that's exactly what I've been doing. I understand how they think and how they function. So I'm more equipped to battle them than people that have never been on the inside because you don't know how they move. And this is something that I've been saying for a while, that we need to be more strategic and more proactive than reactive, because on our end, we do a lot of defending against the bullshit do versus being proactive and beating them to the punch, which is what they tend to do. Project 2025 surprised so many people because none of y'all were paying attention to what we're doing on the other side. So while this was not the best news that we could have gotten, don't be so sure. You never know what this dude may bring. And again, I haven't looked that much into him, but I am saying that someone that was already on the inside will know a lot more about how to beat the opposition than those of y'all that have never gotten 10 feet within them. You know what I mean?
So a few days ago, Florida had an election, and it is currently the talk of the town. Like, so many people are very interested in the Florida politics, and they're super focused on the Florida governor's race, and they're very interested in our Florida Senate seat race. And a lot of the comments, we're 2 days past the results, and a lot of the comments from people living in Florida, even people who don't even live here, are just kind of weighing in on the governor's race, and our Senate seat race, but specifically the governor's race, saying that Florida has a Republican governor, being super excited, oh, Florida has a Republican governor, first black Republican governor in Florida, he was a Trump pick, all of this stuff. And I just want to point out, no, that's not true. We do have a Republican governor, but it is not Byron Donalds, and it could be at some point, it may be in the future that it is Byron Donalds. I don't know what's going to happen going into 2027, but guys, that was just our primary. We have a general election in November, so just like when we're voting for presidents, there's a pre-election where you pick your guy from the Republican Party, the Independents, the Democrats, the Libertarian Party. You pick your guys, and they go on the ballot, and then in November you vote. That is what we do here for governor, just like presidents. So currently we do have a Republican governor. It is not Byron Donalds. And I really feel like if you live in Florida and you've been enmeshed in social media culture, that you could have been educated about this in a Facebook comment section, a TikTok or an Instagram comment section over the past 2 days. And so if you still don't know the difference between a primary and a general election, please sit this one out in November. Just sit this one out, because the Florida school system, or the American school system, society as a whole, have let you down, and you should just sit this one out.
Byron Donalds wins the Republican nomination. Trump endorsed him early, and he ran away with it, almost 48% in a crowded field that included the sitting lieutenant governor. On the Democrat side, David Jolly won, a guy who used to be a Republican and left the party specifically because of Trump. So in November, it's Donalds versus Jolly. One frontrunner backed by the president, running to keep the seat red. The other, a former Republican, now positioning himself as the reasonable alternative. I don't like either one of them, but whatever. Worth noting, Trump's endorsement record wasn't perfect that night. Corey Mills, endorsed by Trump for his House seat, lost his primary. So this wasn't a blank check. People still made their own calls race by race. But here's my read. Florida isn't just red, it's organized. 27 years of Republican trifecta control doesn't happen by accident. And honestly, between all the time I've spent in Florida, Indiana, and Texas, I think Florida and Indiana are running tighter, more consistently conservative operations than Texas is right now. The governor's race is set. Mark your calendar for November 3rd. This one's worth watching.
This is a major problem. You see the dude that's fully embracing Trump? His name is Byron Donalds, and he's a congressman. Now, according to one of his trade filings from this year, he invested $30,000 into Marvel Technology stock. This is a problem for a few reasons, which I'll get into shortly. But first, we need to look into the stock itself. As of right now, Marvel stock is up around 118% since he bought in just 4 months ago. And it's mostly due to the fact that Marvel Technology is one of the biggest semiconductor manufacturers in America, which is benefiting a lot from the artificial intelligence boom. Now, here's the part that makes this a major problem. This is the same politician that sits on the House subcommittee on AI, artificial intelligence. There he is, right there. Now, there's a lot to be said about this, but I'll spare you the time. Just a few weeks after he bought in, Marvel reported that its custom AI chip business is expected to exceed $10 billion in annual revenue by 2029. And if you know much about their earnings, that's really good news. Stock obviously goes up. Donalds maybe knew what was coming purely based on his committee position. Now, I'm not saying that he for sure knew something was up, but it definitely feels like it. You know what? At this point, I think we're all losing trust in our government one trade at a time.
This is a serious concern and we need to get answers. Up to now, what do you have to say about this episode? Has it brought enlightenment unto you? Has it showcased to you how Florida governor seat race is getting hotter and hotter every single day? And for those who are new here, consider hitting the subscribe icon below and I'll continue championing for the rest of Black Americans in a white supremacist world. I dig deeper into MAGA updates and on the ongoing midterm elections in November. I'll keep you more posted and updated. Follow for more facts. Now, let us talk about this. MAGA Republicans in Florida will eventually vote blue on the ongoing governor seat in Florida. Why? A while back, Byron Donalds from the Republican ticket won the primary ticket to run for the governor seat in Florida. Now things are getting out of hand. Majority of MAGA people are siding with the fact that they will vote in for David Jolie. Is race playing a big decision for the governor's seat? Thank you for watching and thank you for staying till here right now. On the next episode, I'll continue giving you a glimpse of how MAGA are living the MAGA cult and how Trump is planning to rig the midterm elections. Sources are saying that Democrats have a higher percentage of winning the elections, the midterm elections, as opposed to Republicans. And Trump is not having it. If you can't beat them, join them. Trump decided to back up a black man, Byron Donalds, to run for the seat because he knows how Black Americans are influential. By November 4th, Florida would have known their next governor. And a question I asked from the beginning: who between Byron Donalds and David Jolie will you voting for? Let me know on the comment section below and I'll humbly respond to you. Credits to parties involved in this episode because without them, this won't be possible. Thank you for watching and goodbye.